In this video, I'm going to show you how you can automatically turn your YouTube commenters into qualified LinkedIn connections without even lifting a finger. I'm using this workflow myself, and the more I post on YouTube, the more I profit. And to be honest, this is probably one of the most, if not the most, underutilized lead gen strategies currently. So if you implement this early, I can almost guarantee you that you will have an advantage over everyone else. So the context is, let's say we're regularly publishing videos on YouTube, and some people will comment on our videos, and whenever that happens, YouTube will notify us through notifications, and we can go into the comment section, have conversation with these people. But what if we're able to get all the information about the people, their YouTube profiles, so we can save them in a storage and maybe analyze them later? And also, not only that, but what if we can get all social media URLs that they've posted on their YouTube profile, and whenever someone has LinkedIn URL, we can add this person on LinkedIn. Of course, we can do this manually, but it will take forever. Instead of that, we can use this cool workflow that allows us to do that and even more. First of all, this workflow will run on a schedule, because when we publish a video on YouTube, some people will comment right away, some people will comment later. So we want to continuously to run this workflow, so we always check for new comments and new people. So let me quickly run this for you and to show you what we're building. So if we're fetching URLs from a spreadsheet and we're saving people and information about them in another sheet, it's pretty straightforward. It's going through everything, and at the end, if we find some LinkedIn profiles, we are going to push those to HeyReach. Here is our input sheet, and this is what we're getting at the end. As you can see, we have a lot of information, all of those comments, YouTube videos on which people commented, YouTube profiles, and some URLs that they have. Let's dive into the details. First of all, as I've mentioned, schedule trigger. It's up to you if you want to run those workflow every day, every few days. In my opinion, this is not that time sensitive, because some videos will be watched many times by many people in months to come. Then we have this get YouTube URLs from this first sheet here. So by ID, name, or whatever you prefer, we have 4 rows that we got at the output. Next, we are going to use 2 apify actors. The first one is going to be for YouTube comments. This is the one that I've used. This one is working well, and it's super affordable, and it gives us a lot of information. What is important when using actors to pick run an actor and get dataset, which means not just run an actor, because that will run actor on Apify, but get dataset means wait for the actor to finish and send back the dataset. So we pick the actor, and based on the documentation, we've gave it the input, the URL, and what we got here are the comments. So if we analyze this, the type, is it comment, is it reply, the page URL, a reply count, vote count, and those kind of things. I've pinned this information here just for me to use, because it takes a while for everything to be scraped. We can see here, when we switch to JSON view, all the comments that we can analyze. If you want to skip the manual setup and just want to clone this entire workflow, you can in literally 60 seconds, and I've made that available for free at the first link in the description. Just pop in your email and we'll send instant access to this complete template with everything pre-configured. Grab it before you forget about that, then come back and I'll show you how to finish setting everything up. The next thing is filter out comments and replies by me, in this case, HeyReach account. How I did that is I could have just done if type is reply, just skip those. But then I found cases where people replied to an existing conversation, and I want to scrape those people as well. I'm just saying, if author is someone else than this profile or this profile or this profile, those are 2 of my profiles on YouTube, keep the rest. What's happening now, from 77 comments, 46 pass this criteria that are not originating from me or HeyReach. And at this step, we have another Apify actor, and this is YouTube profile scraper that is actually scraping this part of a profile and returning all the information that we want to have. So we can see here all scraped, and some people will have this section links. Some people will not if they haven't published any links, but if they do, we can analyze these links in a second. Now, a piece of code. So basically here we are getting an object that contains a lot of things. So I've just added some properties to this object because of uniformity of all objects, all profiles. So LinkedIn, Instagram, X, Threads, Facebook, and I'm just checking if a link that comes in this array contains LinkedIn, push it to this property LinkedIn. If it has Threads, push it to Threads. At the end, every single profile will have these properties: LinkedIn, Instagram, X, Threads, Facebook, etc. So this is going to be uniform. Now here we are updating or inserting new rows. This is super important. So we don't want to just duplicate everything every single run, but I'm using append or update row, and I need to set based on which column should be checked to see is it a new row or is it an existing value. And I said ID. We are getting this ID from the actor for the YouTube profile. So this is a unique value. And then I'm just dragging and dropping all of these fields. YouTube profile. This is a free form. You can do whatever you like here. This is not set in stone. These columns are something that made sense for me. So basically the ID, this column will be used by the Google Spreadsheet node to compare whether this data value is a new one or is an existing one. So it can update or add to rows. YouTube video, where the comments originated, the comment itself, YouTube profile, and this breakdown based on LinkedIn, Instagram, Threads, X, Facebook, and all the links, the array of all links, because some people have like their website and those kind of things. So I'm preserving these links as well, so I can see later on if I want to do something with them. After that, I'm filtering out only people that have value in the LinkedIn property, and in this case we have 6, but 1 is a duplicate. Otherwise we have 2 company profiles, and that's fine. So we ended up with 3 people here, which is okay if you ask me. And this is a simple example what we can do with this campaign. So push to this campaign and we can say, hey, thanks for commenting on my YouTube video, would love to connect. So this can start an interesting conversation because it's completely automated. We don't have to invest time into this, and we can start building a relationship with these people. Alternatively, a small upgrade to the whole system, if you like, could be to introduce maybe an AI agent that will take the context about the YouTube video this person commented on and say, thanks for commenting on my YouTube video about filling the blank, would love to connect, or something like that. You can play with that if you want, but this is a workflow that can actually monitor your desired YouTube videos and continuously scrape comments, scrape people their social media URLs, and keep adding them on LinkedIn. If you want to take this a step further and completely automate your LinkedIn outreach with just a few tools, then click on the video in the overlay to check out the next one, where we walk through everything step by step so you can start booking qualified appointments while you sleep.